What's going on, guys? My name is Austin. I run a company called Fly Bodies, and this is the Bodies and Business podcast. Just a short one. I just wanted to talk about something that I heard today when I was listening to a My First Millions Ask Me Anything live episode. I think this was one of the first ones they've ever done. But a question that was asked during the live episode was, what is the sentence or phrase that has never left your brain? And this was about 49 minutes in. So if you want to go listen to the whole thing, you can. But this was honestly, it was a really good question because I think two of their responses, but Sean's response was stuck in my head. And his response was motion, not direction. And he got that from his dad when he was trying to figure out what decision he should make in life. It was kind of a big decision. It was either whether he should take one job or keep doing another job. And his dad was like, motion, not direction. And so he explained in the video that a lot of times we don't know exactly the exact coordinates that we need to go to put the direction and go in that specific way. But if we can take some action, if we just have some motion in some direction, make movement in the direction that we think might be the best, usually we will find out more information as we take the movement, as we make action. I don't know, as we take action, as we make some movements, and that will inform us on how we can calibrate our direction. I think a lot, and he said his dad was saying that a lot of times people get, paralysis by analysis, can't talk. And this usually tends to impede people's progress. Whereas just making some type of movement in some direction will give you some sort of clarity on what not to do if you're going in the wrong direction, right? So that's the whole point, is like, if you make a move and it's not a great outcome, then maybe that's not the best outcome. And so I thought that was really insightful, because I think that goes along with business, because a lot of times we get in paralysis by analysis on things that we think may work, may not work, and just taking small baby steps in some type of direction will give you clarity on, hey, this is a good idea or it's not a good idea. And then also in health and wellness, so bodies and business, in the body department, just starting some type of program, going for long walks, you know, weighing in every day, or doing something in regards to like, hey, I'm taking action. I'm making a movement in the direction that I think is the way, but I don't know specifically it is the way. So like that was really big for me, because I feel like a lot of times we're scared to take action because we don't know exactly what we need to do. And a lot of times we don't know the exact answer that's going to come about us taking making an action. So I really liked Sean's uh I really enjoyed his response there. One thing I can say is, in fly bodies, we've done some things where we didn't know necessarily what was going to happen. Like, we started our mileage challenges last almost a year and a couple months ago, and we didn't know necessarily what was going to be the best way to run a mileage challenge. But we ran the first one. We put people all in the same challenge. We had like 50 or 70 people in the same challenge. We found out that a lot of people didn't like that. So we did it in groups and teams, found out a lot of people did like that. And then also we found out that people wanted to see other people's or the team's mileage, so they know where they stacked up. So like, just by doing a challenge, by taking that step, moving that direction, it gave us clarity on like, oh, this is what people like, this is what people don't like. And that was just a move in a direction that we thought was the right way. It wasn't the exact thing that we have built today in FlyFit, but it gave us some clarity on what people wanted. Um, I would say one, so in let's going back for me, I wanted to answer the question of like, what's a phrase that's always stuck in your head? And I'll have to say, I learned this one when I was playing rugby for the Denver Barbarians back in like 2017. No, 2014. Geez. 2013, 2014. Man, it's been a while. 2014. Gosh, I'll get the date right. But One of the phrases that one of the captains, I believe, used was "can't stop, won't stop." And that's always stuck with me because that team was a big believer in like fitness and sticking together and always having your teammates back when it comes to being there in support, whether it's making tackles or support on offense and stuff like that. And that was just our mantra. It was like, can't stop, won't stop. And I feel like that's the mantra that I take on a lot of things because if you know, continue to move forward and have movement, like maybe it's related to that, but like can't stop, won't stop just stays in my brain. I'm just like, man, if you just keep showing up every day and doing your thing, you're going to make progress in some form or fashion. If it's, not exactly what you wanted, but you'll make some progress. But so that's it. I thought that was really cool to hear. I highly recommend going to listen to the Ask Me Anything by My First Million guys, and that was one of the questions that I really enjoyed. So hopefully you enjoyed that breakdown of that one question in that podcast. So you guys have a good one and get after it.